Day for Coach Prime and everything that's happening, everybody. I want to appreciate you coming over and watching the program. All right. I want to get into this. I got a few things I want to say. I'm going to play a little bit of what Coach Prime had to say at the press conference today. I'm not going to play it all. I'm sure many of you have had a chance to hear about it or watch it on other, broadcasts that are going on. But I'm going to uniquely separate myself here with a few words that I want to say here. With this channel, Prime Sports Media, I pride myself on not giving you clickbait, not giving you speculation. I try my best to give you the facts when the facts are reported from Well-Off Media, from Coach Prime, from the team, everyone down there in Boulder, Colorado. I try to wait for the facts. I've had a chance. And I've had a chance to think about this. I have sat back, and I'm very annoyed, everybody. So please make sure you leave comments to what I'm saying in this particular portion of the video, because I'm very, it pisses me off personally when I'm looking at news articles in mainstream news, and then you even got people on the YouTube streets, content creators, who run with speculation about Coach Prime and his health. I mean, it's sick. And Coach Prime even said in the press conference today, where y'all getting y'all information? I mean, I'm looking at news. Every time I go into my news feed on my computer or even my phone, there's some speculation about, oh, Coach Prime is going to retire. Coach Prime is going to step down. Coach Prime is running to the NFL. Coach Prime, look, you even got people predicting that Coach Prime ain't going to live. And I'm here to say to you that it's despicable that people in mainstream media will report things without having the facts. And then we even got folks on the YouTube streets, and we supposed to be different. We supposed to be better than mainstream. We supposed to keep it real. It's a shame that when we have people on the YouTube streets that are also speculating stuff that's not facts. And I had a chance to look at Big Dog Chico and Uncle Neely. I heard them say that on the pregame show today, where they said that, people are running wild with their speculations, running wild with what they think is going on with Coach Prime. And it's crazy. Why don't you just wait for the man to tell you himself? And that's exactly what he did today. I shouldn't probably say what I'm about to say, but I'm jumping out the window. If you're following channels that were speculating about Coach Prime, didn't give you facts, damn near had the man packed has the man out the door with bags packed. If you're following, you should stop following any of these channels or any of these news rags that are putting out false information, sophisticated falsification. That's what when I was in college, we had a word for that, sophisticated falsification, which means a dirty lie. People putting out false information, and Coach Prime is already going through something. How do you think that makes him feel when he's got people out there writing him off already? Now, the truth of the matter is, and this is something that men, I'm 55, so I've got to get the test. Men have to realize that prostate cancer or anything on our bladder can be deadly. They said today that Coach Prime, because he got he was getting examined, he got an examination for something else, and they caught the bladder cancer. And they were able to do surgery and successfully remove the tumor that he had in his bladder. And he's going to talk about it. You guys have heard this. But what I'm saying is that this came out of the mouth of Coach Prime. He had his doctor there with him. So here we have truth, and I'm speaking truth. So why do we follow rags and YouTube channels that give you clickbait, that speculate, and don't have their facts together and don't have the patience? Because everybody is trying to rush to get a lot of views. I like getting views. You guys are giving me great views on this channel, and I appreciate that. But you got a lot of people who do the clickbait to get views, and they do it based on nothing. And they should take anybody who's made videos speculating about Coach Prime, or people who have written stories, they should take it down. It does a disservice to Coach Prime, to CU, the players. He already met with the players. You see it on well-off media, expressing the situation to them. This is crazy. Coach Prime told you today in that press conference what his condition is. And let me just put this up real quick, because I'm really pissed off about how this whole thing, how the media continues to put out lies. Remember I told y'all about Shador and what he did for a community in Ohio, a community that they had a fire, 30 to 40 people lost their housing. He took of his own money to try to help those folks, try to give them a brighter day. And everybody, the media continues to keep talking about the traffic ticket situation, yet nobody is pushing the narrative about what he did in a community, a black community, however, yes, a black community. Nobody's talking about what he did in that community and how that benefited that community. I wonder why. But going back to Coach Prime, let me put this up here real quick. This is him in the hospital.
What I'm here for. Hit me a little bit yesterday because I had to write out a will and I have two people that.
Mom drinking tap water.
Mom was one of the.
I made it this far.
Go be straight, son. Son, go down.
Did you hear what he just said?
I'm just trying to think about.
Did you just hear what Coach Prime just said? Let me just stop this real quick.
Here.
Coach Prime.
What do people think and feel at this point?
Coach Prime admitted on this video that he had to write out a will. So things were, and the reason why is because in today's press conference, the doctor said that if the cancer had metastasized, or I don't know the proper medical term for it, but if it had metastasized, meaning in a nutshell, had the cancer spread and Coach Prime they didn't catch it when Coach Prime was going in for some other checkup, and then they caught this. Had it spread, then you're looking at terminal illness that you can't come back from. And I got to tell you, Coach Prime is blessed that this was not the case. Let me move. I want to move this back. This is from Well Off Media. This is fair use. Shout out to Well Off Media. Deion Sanders Jr. What they're doing over there is fantastic. Let's play this.
It hadn't really hit me yet, that what I'm here for. Hit me a little bit yesterday because I had to write out a will and I have two people that.
Mom drinking tap water.
Mom was one of the.
Did you hear what the Coach Prime just said? He had to write out a will. And of course, when you write out a will, you got to have witnesses. So this was what was going on. This was what was serious. But my God, can people give this man the respect to let him find the time when he wants to tell you what's going on? And thank God they were able to catch this to the point that he had a surgery that was successful. He's going to have some issues with his bladder where he's going to have a potty or some type of bathroom on the field that he can run to real quick because his bladder gets filled up. They had to remove, I believe, portions of his bladder. This is what was really going on with Coach Prime. Why everybody's speculating and not waiting for the man to tell you in fine time what was happening. So everybody was saying that he wasn't going to be coaching this year. Well, he will be coaching. Now he will be coaching under medical circumstances, but he's still going to be coaching. Let's continue.
This far.
Go be straight, son. Son, go down.
God, there's so much water in there.
I'm just trying to think about that, man.
Pressure one more time here.
What do people think and feel at this point?
Oh,
I
elaborate.
have no thoughts, I have no feelings, I have no emotions. Like, what do you think and feel? I think I've been in surgery so many times that I'm numb to.
The process.
All right, so let me clap that up. What we have here, everybody, is that Coach Prime is basically laying down that he's used to this situation. He's had the issue with his feet when he was at Jackson State. Man, can we give Coach Prime some grace here? Can we at least let this man recover, get better, follow the doctor's orders, and then we'll see how much he can get on the sideline this season, how much he can coach, how much he can sustain, given that he will be dealing with a bladder. He may even have to wear, and I'm not going to make, this is not a joke because this is what happens when you get older. These are the potential things that can happen. They may have to put, for a lack of a better word, some type of diaper or some type of system on him if he can't run to the bathroom at certain times of the game. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're talking to him about this, and it ain't funny. It ain't nothing to make fun of. I'm sick of people like Jason Woodlock, who's been over there on his channel, just hating on Coach Prime, speculating on Coach Prime. I'm sick of it. I'm going to say it again. Y'all out there watching me right now, stop following channels who are hating on Coach Prime, putting out false information, as well as giving you clickbait content. Stay away from those channels because they're not giving you genuine football content. I give you comprehensive content over here. I may not give a drop of video every single day because, you know, we all have a life. We have jobs. We have, you know, I'm a regular dude over here, right? So I make the videos when I can. And when I make them, I try to make these videos mean something. Let's go into the press conference with Coach Prime right now and let you hear. I'm going to play a little bit of this. This won't be a long video today because I'm going to play a little bit of this press conference. And then everybody do me the biggest favor. Put in the chat room your thoughts. Make comments on this video. I'll try my best if I can to read some of your thoughts. We got Rev in the house saying, Coach, shut that whole narrative down across the country today. The real, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Miss Jackson comes in the house, and she's in the house. Lisa says exactly. Yeah, it's just too many people lying. And see, everybody listening to me, remember when a lot of us who are doing this content on CU and Coach Prime and the players, remember how we kept saying, believe in the process. Remember how we kept saying that you got coaches in the country that's hating on the program, hating on Coach Prime. And a lot of you haters out there and trolls kept talking about we was lying, that we was making up stuff. This is another example of how people hate on Coach Prime because they already had him out the door. They already had him. I'm going to say this again before I get to that press conference video. They had him out the door. They had him quitting. They had him retiring. And I hate to say, you even had people out there speculating that he would not last that long, meaning he wouldn't stay alive, that he would pass away. This is crazy. Let's get to the video in question, the press conference, which he did get emotional, everybody. Here we go.
I wish we could show you all that same video. It was extraordinary. I think Bucky's going to put it on his YouTube channel soon after this. But let's get started. Let's kind of give them, let's walk them through. Can we do that? Is that okay with you all? That we walk you through? Let's go, Law.
Okay, so as you guys know, Coach has his other health issues, his vascular stuff. So every year, Coach goes for a CT scan of his vascular pattern to make sure, you know, the blood clots are away. So with this scan, everything turned out really great from the vascular side. About 2 weeks later, we get a text from his primary care doctor that said, I need to talk to you and Coach. We need to refer you guys to a urologist. So about 3 days later, we go see a urologist. They go in for a quick procedure. The urologist told us, hey, within 10 minutes, I can tell you guys if he's going to need another procedure or if we just need to do these follow-up.
I just want to say to Keith, God is real. And that's the thing about Coach Prime. He has a spiritual base that people try to underestimate his spiritual base. Don't underestimate that. You know, he's taken some criticism for his Christian values, his Christian beliefs, but this is what's getting him through. See, this is the thing. I don't think people really understand how spiritual and how spiritual based black people are. Okay, we've been like this since day one. We were brought over here off those slave ships. We have a spiritual base about us that I don't think people really understand. Let's get back to it.
Appointments. And the doctor told us, okay, you guys are going to need another procedure. I'm going to refer you to my colleague, Dr. Kurkasia. But at this point, you have a bladder tumor. And from there, we'll go get it removed. And then Dr. Kurkasia, it was, go ahead.
So to all the dummies out there that kept speculating what was going on with Coach Prime, there you have it. He had a bladder tumor, basically bladder cancer, something that men have to get checked up with. And I think Coach Prime is going to use this situation to go around and promote the importance of men's health, particularly men's prostate health, bladder health, and what have you. And he kept saying that he feels that he's a vessel to do this. So sometimes things happen for a reason, and then you could be a vehicle for something positive. Continue.
Yeah, so we proceeded with removal of the bladder tumor. It showed a very aggressive,
Let's go backwards because you guys gave me options that scared me to death.
Oh, well, once we knew.
We'll get there. I'll get there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We removed the tumor. It was very high grade, invading through the bladder wall, not into the muscle layer, something we call very high risk, non-muscle invasive bladder cancer. So we did discuss options. We discussed some options of treatment in the bladder, and we discussed bladder removal as well. Given his commitments to his family and to the team, elected to undergo a bladder removal. We performed a full robot-assisted laparoscopic bladder removal and creation of a new bladder. And I am pleased to report that the results from the surgery are that he is cured from the cancer.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Let me just say this. That is great news that Coach Prime. So let's say this again before the knuckleheads out there make more speculation. The doctor said that he's been cured of the bladder cancer, but they had to remove the bladder. Therefore, Coach Prime will be dealing with a lot of discomfort when it comes to running to the bathroom constantly. And this is why he's going to make mention of they're going to have to set something up on the football field. And there might be times when Coach Prime is on the sideline and he may have to run because he says he can just feel everything down there. Okay, this is real life, everybody. Real life. Okay, football is great. Football is a great sport. But this is about life, and this is about the character of the man we call Coach Prime. Let's continue.
Rick was aware of what was transpiring. He's been A1 and down there, just a blessing. Came to Texas to see me as well. But this was not an easy task because it was a changing kind of a lifestyle. And with Lauren and I coming from Jackson, this is how many surgeries?
From 2021, this is surgery number 14.
Surgery number 14. I had more surgeries out of the game than I did in the game. Like, what is going on? So, but they were so wonderful. You were such a blessing, guiding me to, taking me through, verbalizing every darn detail so that I could make an educated decision, which some didn't want me to go that way. They wanted me to go the other way. But I trusted and believed in you 100%. And the process wasn't easy. Just like it was some scenes that you saw, all the bull junk that transpired on draft day.
That's true,
It
Jack
wasn't
Black.
just
We've
that.
been here for a long time.
It was just I knew as well I had a surgery coming up. My sons to this day don't know what transpired. I just told them something with my foot, again, because I wanted them to focus on making the team and not focus.
So he's talking about Shedeur Sanders. We know the story right now with Shedeur trying to make the Cleveland Browns. I've done a video about the Cleveland Browns. I'm not sold on the Cleveland Browns as a team that is a fair broker as it relates to Shedeur Sanders. We have to see what's really going to transpire with Cleveland. They have a bad history with the way they deal with quarterbacks, but he didn't want his family. I think he said his daughters knew about it, but the sons didn't, because obviously they're focusing on trying to make these football teams. Let's continue.
On dad, so they really don't know. My daughters do, and this joker right here, much love to my son Junior, who have not left my side since we found out what was taking place. Not one day. He's been with me here, been with me in Texas, been with me everywhere, every day, and I've seen his handsome face. And I love you to life, son, and I thank you for everything you bring to the table. But this wasn't easy. Men, everybody, get checked out.
Right.
Because if it wasn't for me getting tested for something else, they wouldn't have stumbled up on this. And make sure.
You see what he said? He got tested for something else, everybody, but then they stumbled upon the cancer, the tumor, which they were able to remove. This is why, as men, we got to definitely get our checkups, check ourselves out. He's absolutely right. What he said motivates me to go do the things that I need to do too. So I hope this should be a message to all men and just people in general, because Coach Prime is speaking truth here. This will answer the people kept saying that he was losing weight. Well, this answers all of that. When you have cancer and tumors like this, it will cause you to lose weight, obviously. So this is the reason why Coach Prime did not look like his usual self. But let's get back.
You go to get the right care, because without wonderful people like this, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today, because it grew so expeditiously, I could say. But please get yourself checked out, especially
So it grew.
African-American men.
So his tumor was growing, y'all.
We don't like nothing to do with a doctor. You know that. So I'm not just talking to the brothers. I'm talking to my.
Let me read what Miss Jackson says. She says maybe the AD will have a bathroom installed close to the field entry to make it more convenient for him. Well, what he said today in this press conference, Miss Jackson, is that they're going to put a potty. They're going to put some type of bathroom. You know how they have those construction sites and they have the little potty. They're going to literally put that on the sidelines. They have to. I think if think about it, if he's got the bladder situation, he can't afford to run back into the locker room, or he needs something right there on that sideline, okay, on the back side of the sideline, closer to the seat, to where people sitting at, so he can run right in there and run right on out. But he said they're going to work on that. Continue, but good point.
Brothers, my Hispanic brothers, my Asian brothers, my everybody, and my sisters, and that's all, y'all. Get checked out.
Right, get
Because
checked.
it could have been a whole another gathering if I had. I'm thankful. It's been a tremendous journey.
I hate to say what I'm about to say. Coach Prime is literally telling you that if he hadn't gotten checked out, because this was spreading, and if they hadn't gotten to it when they did, it would be a whole nother story. We would be talking about Coach Prime only having so much time to live. That would be the unfortunate part of this. Let's get back.
It's been tough. I think I dropped 25 pounds. I was like a Atlanta Falcon Prime at one point, and just dealing with the catheter, dealing with all the stuff that I had to deal with. And right now I'm still dealing with going to the bathroom. Like, it's a whole life change. Like, I can't, and I'm gonna be transparent, I can't pee like I used to pee. It's totally different.
You see, folks?
She not only is a blessing, but she provided other persons that have gone through what I've gone through, so that I could talk to them. And
He won't be able to void. We use it in medical. It's called void. He won't be able to void. He can void, but he'll still have, his bladder will still fill up very quickly again. So he is right. It's a lifestyle that Coach Prime, and this is important because the season is coming up in August 29th. I think they're playing against Georgia Tech. So we need to, as a fan base, as a group of people who follow CU, Coach Prime, the players, and what have you, we need to be very tuned in on what's going on with Coach Prime and his health as it relates to how he's going to have to operate on that sideline. So there's probably going to be times when the assistant coach or someone's going to have to take over the headset. And so when we see that, we can't be shocked. We have to embrace it because of his situation.
get some solace and understand like what I'm facing, not just from a doctor, but from another individual. And to have to have been told, like, it's a totally different life. I mean, thank God. I depend on depend. You know,
Depends.
You know what I mean? I
No.
truly depend on depend. Like
Right.
I cannot control my bladder.
Boom. I think that's the proper word. I said diaper. He's going to probably have to wear Depends on the sideline. He'll be wearing them in practice because there may be times when he can't get to a bathroom. Let's say there's a bathroom that's placed on the sideline in practice. Maybe for whatever reason, he still can't get to it, and he may have to go. This is just reality, folks. And the fact that Coach Prime, a guy who's was a superstar in the NFL, a Hall of Famer. The fact that this guy is not letting his ego, right, the vibrato, letting it cover up the fact that he's coming out and he's being transparent here. Literally, he's telling you he's going to have to wear Depends. And guess what? This is no laughing matter, because any of us could be in the same situation as Coach Prime, men, if we come down with such a condition. I used to work in nursing homes too, so I know how this works. But I just want to emphasize on this video, it won't be a long video today, that this shows the character of Coach Prime. But remember, we got people out there in the media and even on YouTube that put out some pure garbage about Coach Prime and his health situation as it relates to whether he be at CU or not.
So I get up to go to the bathroom already 4 or 5 times a night.
Hmm.
But then I'm sitting up there waking up, you know.
Wow.
Like my grandson, we in the same thing. You know, we got the same problem right now. We going through the same trials and tribulations. We're trying to see who has the heaviest bag at the end of the night. Like it's ridiculous.
Oh my
But
God.
I'm making a joke out of it, but it's real. Like it is real. It is real. It is real. So if you see porta potty on the sideline, it's real.
See?
Okay. I'm
What did I say?
telling you right now, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see the practice. You're gonna see one.
See?
Because it is unbelievable. Like.
The thing that I enjoy about Coach Prime right now is that this man was in a situation where if it was worse, he might not be living that long, right? But to have the kind of attitude that he has, that he is sort of laughing about a few things about the grandson, you know, because babies, they have to use the bathroom a lot. And it shows you his character, but it shows you that he definitely is blessed and he believes in God, and that's carrying him through. And as I said, he admits that you're going to be watching him on the field with that porta potty on the field, practice in the games. It ain't no shame in the game. We want Coach Prime to have all the accommodations so that he can get through this season and have a successful season as a coach.
Dozing off and waking up, on first thing I'm grabbing my crotch to see if I peed on myself. And it's just totally different. And I know there's a lot of people out there going through what I'm going through and dealing with what I'm dealing with. And let's stop being ashamed of it.
Right.
And let's deal with it. And let's deal with it head on. And there's so many other companies out there that do a wonderful job. But I'm thankful that, we have a relationship with the pen, and we're making some other products, trying to make other products that to help all of us through. But it's been tremendous. These two, Lauren came down to Texas and was there with me during it the whole way, up walking our miles in the morning, because Doc made sure you better walk, you better be active. And we did it until it was some points that I couldn't even get out of the bed for a week at a time. You know, but she was there. I remember yelling 2 o'clock, "Oh, Lord!"
And this is the reason why Coach Prime was not at the spring practice, wasn't at the summer practices, the fall camp. This is why he was missing. And some of the camps that they had sponsored on campus, they had some camps, and he wasn't there for portions of major practices. This is why, because he was dealing with this, and he had to get better. You know, like I said again, I'm glad that he's finally coming out and speaking, because you got a lot of goofies out there that are speaking for him or had been speaking for Coach Prime and didn't know what the hell they were talking about.
You know, because I have 2 bags, right? One was what?
Both were urine, but one was filled quickly, very quickly.
Yeah, like blood in urine. It just looked bad, you know, and I'm fishing with 2 bags. You know, I'm trying to make life happen, and couldn't come around my team, and I wanted to be here with my team. I wanted to see the new talent that we brought in. I wanted to see them work, see them train, coach them, and I couldn't. But slowly but surely, I built myself back up to where I'm able, I'm strong, I'm ready. I'm still probably about 12 pounds down. I'm gonna get that right. I'm gonna fill these overalls up like no other.
Go on, Coach Prime.
It has been a tremendous journey, and I'm truly thankful that God is so good. God is so good. You have no idea.
Listen.
You have no idea
He's,
how good God has been
y'all hear?
for me to be here.
That's right.
You have no idea.
Everybody, I know this is a sports channel. We talk about, the goal is to talk about Colorado, what's happening, what will happen in this upcoming season, to talk about maybe new recruits coming in. I'm certainly going to cover what the alumni are doing in the NFL, like Shador and Travis and Jimmy Horn and the alike. We're going to cover all of that. But this video, what Coach Prime is saying to you, this is real talk. This is real deal. What he's going through. Remember, he suffered through a serious foot issue. I think they had to amputate when he was at Jackson. The man has gone through a lot.
Thank you. Thank you both for everything. Let me add this for all you people that get upset when I start talking about the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I never once through this whole journey said, God, why me?
Mm-hmm.
Because I would have to say, God, why mean you sit me up here in front of these wonderful people? Why you give me the position of the head football coach of the prestigious university? Why you allow me to father 5 wonderful kids? Why you give me these relationships with these wonderful people? Why me, Lord? Did I have some of the things that I have? I can never say that. I can never say the other side because I'm going to have to ask that. I said, Lord, whatever it is that you're doing, let me know what it is so I could expedite the process.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know you got me. I've seen you have my back.
Right.
I've seen you there in the midst of storms when nobody knew I was going through hell. I've seen you guide me and bring me through. Lord, I would never say why me, but let me know what I need to do so that I can help. And there's some people out there right now dealing with the same issue, are affected by that C word. That we usually, when we hear that word, is normally a life sentence attached to it. But not this time. But not this time.
I have to give Coach Prime a clap there because, cancer ain't no joke, ain't nothing to play with. There's a lot of people who don't survive cancer conditions, and a lot of people, and then there's people who, by the grace of God, as he said, are able to overcome. So keep that in mind. And once again, we as men, your family members, please get checked. I think this is the best message that Coach Prime could give us. Let's continue. I'm going to play a little bit more of this before I end this stream today. I don't want to make this a super long stream. I just wanted to hit the highlights because I know a lot of you have either probably seen this or not. I just wanted to hit the highlights. And I think the beginning of what he had to say to me was so powerful. I might skip up to the front somewhere where he said some things that I thought was powerful too. Let me continue this.
God got me. And I don't take it for granted. I don't want you to take it for granted. Anybody out there, I don't want anybody to take it for granted because it's real. Everybody in this room, I guarantee you, have been affected by that C word. Somewhere.
By the C word.
In your
That's
life,
right.
some parent, some friend, some loved one, somebody has been affected or infected. Some people have beat it. We have a player have beat it on our team, right? Family members have beat it. And I be darned, I think I will have a wonderful team, ain't it, Doc? We gonna beat it, ain't we?
It's beaten.
It's beaten. Amen.
Did you hear what he just said? That they have, Coach Prime said that they have, let's just say it. He said it. His doctor said it, because we know that we're going to have some knuckleheads out here that are going to break down this press conference. The doctor said that he has beaten it. Coach Prime said he has beaten it, but it was a struggle in the beginning. It could have been worse if they hadn't caught it in the way that they did. And therefore, he's going to have to rehabilitate himself, get a little stronger. He's lost weight, put a little bit more weight back on, have various things that he needs so he can get to the bathroom as necessary on and off the field. And I just wanted to emphasize that because you're going to have, once again, I guarantee you're going to have people out there in the media again that are going to misinterpret Coach Prime's words. Continue.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sam. Everybody in my corner on my team. I thank you for this wonderful university, for backing me, just giving me time to heal and to come back, better than ever.
Right.
Now, questions. Let's go.
All right. Let me stop right there. I want to move this up a little bit. There's some things he said that I want you guys to hear a little bit. Let me see before I get ready to end the stream.
Half of my legs are cut out like shark bites. So I'm built for this, man. I'm built for this. I'm the gentleman standing right by you just went through some trials and tribulations, and he's standing up there looking as good as me with his hat on. So I pray for him, and I love him to life, and he's a champion to all of us. He's fought back, and now he's back on the horse, literally, and he's doing his thing.
You've kind of touched on it, but what was it like staring death in the face and dealing with the reality?
I didn't stare death in my face. I stared life in the face, man. Man, you think I'm playing when I tell you I'm God's guy. I really am. I'm allowed to go through these trials and tribulations so that I could touch and reach and bless people with my words, with the energy, with that thing that God gave me. So I never thought about no death. I had to make a will because I want to be a business. I want to be a good steward.
Right.
For my kids.
I must say that you know how many celebrities, athletes, and various well-known people pass away every day or pass away in general, and they didn't prepare a will. That shows you that Coach Prime is responsible. He prepared a will for this situation, which was smart. But he's saying that doesn't mean that I'm looking death in the eye. I'm trying to live myself to life. But I had to be a good steward because he has family, he has property, he has various financial responsibilities that he must get those things tied, in a well. He has to get those things tied in a situation where he doesn't leave any loose ends when the time comes that he's no longer in the third dimension on this earth. But he's not in the third dimension. He's not in the third dimension, y'all. He's alive. But of course the media I'm telling you, they're going to run with that and all that sort of stuff.
For my family, but no, I got too much life to be thinking about death.
Mm-hmm.
Too much life.
That's right.
Too much life in me, and I got work to do. We got to win the third championship. You talking about death?
Mm-hmm.
No, God definitely ain't getting ready to take me before that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mark Kisler, Denver Gazette. You just touched on that, and we heard very clearly there was no doubt in your mind you were going to coach again.
Right.
But when you're taking your walk with the two bags or fishing with the two bags, how did it reaffirm or how did you reflect on where football and coaching fits in your life and why you want to do this?
Football, the decision I made and the surgery I chose was based on not just family, it was based on football. I didn't want to be going weekly to the hospital while I got practices.
Right.
So football is in there. My faith is number one.
Mm-hmm.
Football is somewhere down the line, behind family and all of that. But my faith is definitely number one. So I never second guessed that. And we're here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Too blessed to be stressed.
Too blessed to be stressed. All right, everybody. I just wanted to play a little bit of that interview. Of course, you can always watch the full interview, but I think that most of what Coach Prime said in the beginning, before people in the press started asking him questions, I thought the beginning was the most important part because that was him breaking down what the truth is from the lies. And also, I gave you a little taste of the press, and he said, hey, I'm too blessed to be stressed, and that I don't see myself looking down the barrel of death. He said, I simply was trying to be a good steward by preparing myself and my family in case I'm no longer here. We got to get the financial business right. And I think that's smart because like I said, there's a lot of celebrities, athletes, people who pass away and they leave. They didn't organize their situation. They got no life insurance. They didn't leave anything in proper trust for their family. People are fighting over money. People are contesting. I'm sure Coach Prime has got it all together. So right now, I'm looking forward to the season. I hope you're looking forward to the season. We'll see how things play out. I got another video that I'm going to do about Urban Meyer, who used to be the coach of Florida. He had some very interesting things to say about Coach Prime. For those of you out there that think that Coach Prime doesn't know how to coach, wait until you hear the things that I'm going to read off to you that Urban Meyer said when he went to CU and observed the practices, observed what was going on, and what he had to say in comparison to other schools that he's been at where he has watched coaches run their kids through the drills. So we'll be doing that video very soon. Everybody, make sure you share this video on all your social media. Please do so. I appreciate you for watching, subscribing, and sending this video through the algorithms. I'm going to say again, the people out there who make speculation about Coach Prime should be despicable, should be ashamed of themselves. They are despicable, and they should be ashamed of themselves for making speculation without letting the man take his time to let you know what was really going on before you get out there, make a fool of yourself. And a lot of this crap came from mainstream media, as I said before. And they to me, they're no friend to the program. They're no friend to Coach Prime. They're always looking for any negative thing to report, to sell papers. Everybody in the chat room, thank you. Have a great day. Peace. We'll be back with more presentation. Y'all take care. Peace. Peace.
You've been listening to Prime Sports Media. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the program.
Tell the truth.